starts now. 23 fights, 23 victories. He has 18 wins coming by way of the reigning, defending, undefeated WBC mighty
Gentlemen, we know the rules in the dressing room. I want to caution to keep this fight clean at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck, touch 'em up.
Somebody's O will have to go. A unification showdown in the cruiserweight division. So here we go then, the first of a scheduled 12. Alexander Usyk wearing the white trunks trimmed with gold, operating out of the southpaw stance, making the second defense of his WBC title tonight. Champion, world champion, European champion. His 23 fights to date, winning that world title. And he's being cheered on enthusiastic. Rapid right jab that he's rifling out from Briedis. And what an opening round we have here, just beyond the bigger arena that is filled to capacity. And Briedis, will he be inspired by that? That's a low blow. Good left jab from Briedis. Again, straight between the high-held hands, and a hard left hand to the... Such a wonderful mover with his feet and from the waist. Terrific opening round. Briedis working effect in the opening 3 minutes, finding his range immediately. Trunks trimmed with red, who's just taken a stiff right jab. Is their first and only current male. The lead feet coming together, as is often the case between unorthodox fighters. Briedis actually stepping on the left leg on the of Usyk. Usyk had just taken a stiff right hand, and there's a mark. Good right hand over the top from Briedis, and Usyk's tucking up. Wits are still about him, nodding his head in acknowledgement of the shot that he was just caught with. But Briedis, bad performance against a man he has far more at Usyk now, snaking a southpaw left through the guard. Two exchange of jabs in a contest with it. Briedis left what he called the beautiful nature of a lap. Remained in his hometown of Kiev, but was away from isolation of a training camp. Good right hook on the retreating up to be the contest everyone hoped it would. One to the head, one to the body. Back comes Usyk with a right. Usyk letting his hand go in contact. And this is an absolutely absorbing affair. Fighters of the highest order. Good right hook behind the gloves. One foot behind the southpaw right of his own. And Briedis hesitate to call it give and take because both men are working on their defense. Fantastic, his success, but then back came Briedis straight away. And he enjoyed plenty of success of his own during that second frame. And the third round is underway. It's perhaps worth pointing out that in this tournament style of boxing, in the winner, then a countback system will be employed. And the countback system trying to incentivize the fighters to finish strong as Briedis lands with a good right hand to the... Tucking up just to get his senses back before establishing his right jab once. But the countback system is to encourage the fighters to... Rather than getting the first half of the contest in... Feeling that they have the fight won. Terrific right. Both of these men called in young, hungry fighters to serve as their sparring, calling timeout and immediately checking. Now let's see what the verdict called. A little bit of a nick above the right of both men to this point. He's proven to be a skillful operator, and he has used skill to box his way to perfect ledger of 13 fights without defeat. Sweeping left, just threatened to go around the rear of the head of Usyk, who comes back with a left. One suspects that the intangible qualities of hard. Good left jab from Briedis, but then a jolting southpaw left. Usyk, and then Briedis' follow-up fell short. Terrific action continues. Sustained by Alexander Usyk. He emerged from that coming together with a nick. 60 seconds to work on it. at the end of that third round. WBO September 2016. The WBC strap also up for weight bout since David Haye and Enzo Maccarinelli came together, and Usyk is hurt. Perimeter of the boxing ring. Stands back beneath him and mentioning that David Haye and Enzo Maccarinelli came together at the accommodate worldwide television pits of America. This one is being staged at midnight local time here in Riga in Latvia, and he's being nice defensive maneuvers from him, but then a good two-shot salvo at mid-range but now plants his feet and tries to force Briedis back on the WBC champion. Usyk perhaps mindful of the fact that Briedis had full volume for their man. Good right jab from Usyk. He's surrounded, the biggest fight of his career to date. Vladimir Klitschko's in the house. He's put to the test here tonight against Mairis Briedis. Fantastic round. For a moment, Usyk was vulnerable. Dipped at the knees. But then at mid-range, Briedis with some terrific punch-picking. Hooks behind the gloves in the winter chill of Ukraine for his training camp. Employed some UK sparring to cruiserweight prospects Mikel Lawal and Isaac Chamber. A lot of time covering up, trying to repel these attacks. He comes back with shots in response from Usyk to the combinations that are being put in his punches very well. Briedis with blood smearing around his face now, with on the front foot, tucking up tightly while he's in punching range. Center ring. Gets through with a good straight right jab once again, which drives Briedis backwards. Has been made to be uncomfortable, and Usyk is increasing the tempo. Nose tended to. He's coming back behind straight punches now. Belting right hand success from Usyk. Champion has just taken another right jab right in that region. Once again, he's trying to fight back, but there's less potency, less accuracy on his of a damaged nose here in this fifth stanza. Good right jab for majority of this fifth round. He spits a fleck of blood, and his head is buffed at the conclusion of what was a fantastic round, particularly for Vladimir Klitschko, Olympic. To damage the nose of Briedis in that fifth round. How significant that was in him electing to box on the back foot, and while he was doing punches in combination success like that. So into the sixth round then, semi-final action from the World Boxing Super Series. Looking to build on the momentum that he established in round 5. Was one of his sparring partners at his camp in Benidorm in Spain. Sundays was the only day of rest as Usyk gets through with a good right jab, then targets, play basketball along with his fellow campmates. And remember that fighters of the 20th, 21st century pro basketball player Manny Pacquiao used to distract him as well. Good right uppercut on the inside from Briedis. Looking behind a right jab that is becoming incessant now. WBC champion. Even though he's more aggressive, that will not at mid-range from Usyk. And the two men with that time, that right hook from Briedis just caused Usyk to lose his balance. From Usyk onto the front foot once again. Low blow. Second clapper has sounded. Straight shot success for both men, the more forceful. The KO dot makes for remarkable reading. 83 victories, no defeats. Record of all 4 men who will contest the World Boxing Super Tour, but it was blocked effectively by the right glove of Briedis. Poking straights, getting through the guard. Briedis breathing through an open mouth. He takes a solid southpaw left there to continue to drive the man backwards, going downstairs to the body as he did to. And both men still operating at an it is utterly absorbing. And everything we would expect, missions on the line as well. Feeling that this is the biggest fight of his career as he lands with a good left hand which drives vintage. of any discomfort that Briedis is feeling at this point. Briedis, how badly shaken up was he by that left-hand success? Once again, for the man from Ukraine. Terrific action continues. His motor into reverse to get himself beyond punching distance in the closing stage. In an absolutely fascinating fight to this point, utterly absorbing. Expect either man to really when you've got two operators of such high skill. In the closing stages of round number 7, both men on cryptic manner that he has about him at times to a dub plate. You can see Usyk going through his paces with that green strap from Briedis tonight. And add the jab success in response from Usyk. There's another pecking, poking lead rightwards once again. Briedis just stands his ground momentarily. And the crowd here trying to encourage Myris. Right hand to the body was just a little bit long from Briedis. Middle. And he acknowledged that with a facial gesture in a steadfast in his task, on the front foot, walking down. And an American scoring this one as Briedis scores with a good single success. Effective aggression is often favored. And for the...
No up, no head up, down, down, okay?
Some of the action.
Move here, move.
To set up his offense from behind that jab.
Give me a towel.
So time out and around the red corner of Myris Briedis.
Time in.
Timing called. Fedge, absolutely nothing in it from my vantage point. What's aggressor for large portions of this contest. Oh, good right. Via reverberating all around this Riga arena that is filled to capacity here. Neither man showing any signs of cracking to this point in the contest. Of the responsibility that comes with being such a standard bearer for Latvian boxing. Two men standing within punching range, looking to find holes. Usyk coming forward in a straight line, still bobbing and weaving, still working that right hand. And good two-shot salvo from him. Same southpaw left wasn't too far away. Champ. Usyk with a sneaky uppercut is of what we've witnessed to this point. Both men enjoying success. To leak once again after it was damaged in round 5. Corner did it. Oh, cracking right uppercut from Brief here at the Riga Arena. But Usyk, impossible to discourage. It's boxing. To Cab. Briedis, who only gave up his job in the Latvian police force with his former colleagues in the Latvian police force. Usyk working behind a left jab, trying to bring a left, just beginning to get a swelling beneath his left eye. He scores with a left hand just above. Good left cross from Alexander Usyk. Barely blinked and got back into his boxing stance immediately. He's just above our commentary position. Good right jab from Usyk once again. Terrific. Admirable in the way that they're able to continue as well. Good right hand. Well, if this contest continues in this manner, it will well be brought into play for the first time in the World Boxing Supers, because this contest is on a knife edge. Good right hand to the body from Briedis. Good right jab from Usyk. Tries to score with that backwards. Briedis then scores with a good 1-2 salvo. Between two highly skilled operators here. And again, Sergei Vatamanyuk with the instructions to Alexander Usyk.
You need 2 rounds, okay?
Sanders Grimes working and suffered.
11th round. 11th round.
Usyk, the WBO champion, making the 4th defense of his crown, the tournament #1 seed. Unless, of course, it is a draw on the fighters' records, but somebody will progress tonight, because and each champion will keep their belt Conclusion of the World Boxing Super Series for the first time in the history of the cruiserweight division in the cruiserweight ranks. Evander Holyfield they were the only sanctioning body to recognize the cruiserweight division tournament. Somebody is likely to come away, but he steps right back into the firing line, tucking up tightly, absorbing to watch here at the Regal Arena. Both boxers, the thought process is still sharp. Look at the exchange of backhands. Usyk scored first with a left cross, then British responded immediately deep into the penultimate round. So into the 12th and final round we go. The fans up on their test is still up for grabs. Whoever wins this, both men again were up. And each time they've contested at that juncture tonight, as Usyk looking for some quality. British falls short with an attempt at a left jab. Usyk continuing to tuck up tightly behind the left glove of Usyk. Usyk comes, and both men letting it all hang out in the final round here. Beyond the deal, anybody's in this bid to become the of punches landed from Usyk. British takes a sharp intent. British, and another shot from the right flank once again. Initiates a clinch. How telling is that? He looks to his corner, to the place in the final of the Muhammad Ali Trophy as British lands a Usyk with his back to the ropes, fires a left cross. Less than 30 seconds arena. And still, both men punching right up in fantastic contest we have just witnessed in the cruiserweight division with a championship distance of 12 3-minute rounds to determine who is going through. That is the prize that is up for grabs here, as well as the championship will be most concerned with having their hands raised as the victor. 12 3-minute rounds with a skill level. It's a shame that there has to be a loser. It was so keenly contested. Sounded Alexander Usyk collapse into the canvas in a moment of in anticipation of what he hopes will be victory. Now it comes down to the verdict of the three judges. Mrs. Robin Taylor from Brazil may well be called into action here, as this contest. Badges of war up there in the boxing ring, marked up around the eyes with terrific effect. Scores are being tabulated. The final of the World Boxing Super Series, and who? Killers at the conclusion of that fantastic fight.
113 for your winner by majority decision to compete for the Muhammad Ali Trophy, and now Alexander,
unified cruiserweight champion of the world, a majority decision winner of the world, the #1 seed beating the #3 seed, but there's a clamor for a rematch. Alexander Usyk, the winner by majority fied cruiserweight champion of the world. I'm going to make my way up to the center ring now and speak to Alexander Usyk. Has booked his place in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia in May.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you could continue your 12 rounds against Myris Bradis,
Give me, please. Друзья, спасибо большое. У вас достойный сын вашей страны.
В таком очень близком поединке, счет очень близкий. Что ты думаешь?
So looking ahead to the World Boxing face out of Dorticos and Gassiev, who are boxing near semi-final next week, who would you...
Лично на этом полуфинале и буду наблюдать и пускай